Hi, my name's Julia Captain.
I'm Tim Captain.
We live in Westminster and we have 4 kids, ages 11, 9, 7, and 4. We're somewhat new to New Hope, but we've been so happy just to get connected this year. This week, in the 3rd week of Advent, we're talking about joy. And the passage that I always think of at this time of year comes from Isaiah 9. And it says, "The people walking in darkness have seen a great light." And I think about that because I feel like both us and our kids are still people walking in darkness, and we need a great light. Even as the days get shorter and it feels like we just have more actual darkness, we need more points of joy and more points of light just in our day.
Yeah, so there's a lot of practical ways that we try to live that out. So one of those is we find ourselves in the car a lot at this time of year, and so we've intentionally tried to develop some Spotify playlists, and so we kind of play it's not really a game, but take turns being DJ, where we'll hand the phone back to a kid and they get to choose some selected music, and there's sometimes some fighting that goes with that, but a lot of times a lot of joy through music and song, which we really enjoy as well. Another thing that we really, when I think about the word joy, I think of the word enjoy as well, that it's good to enjoy being with one another. And so this is a good reminder for me in kind of a personality. I like getting things done, to slow down and to say, let's enjoy doing this together. So whether it's decorating, or for me, I really like baking and cooking with the kids, but it takes so much longer and it's a lot messier to do that. But to just remind myself that this is a time that they enjoy being with me and I can enjoy being with them. And then, of course, we enjoy eating those things together once they're done.
Yeah, so another little plug for Habits of the Household, if you haven't picked that book up yet. One of the things that the author talks about in that book is getting to sit down to family dinner, which I think becomes even more difficult and more like hectic and chaotic, just to get everybody at the table eating the same food that like everybody's gonna eat it, and even more at this time of year. But one of the things he talks about in the book is the types of things that sit upstream from us all being able to get there around the table at the same time. So for us, Tim's working away from the house and I'm mostly working in the house at this season in our life. So it means Tim getting done the things that he needs to get done at his job, which is an hour away, before the time that he needs to leave to get here at 6 o'clock. And that starts 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, trying to do that wind down. For me, it's starting whatever the food is in the earlier in the day and getting it ready and getting the kids all whatever, so we can sit down. And then one of the things that we've just started doing just this year in 2024 is sharing a rose and a thorn, which is also comes from Habits of the Household. And so the rose is your favorite thing that happened that day or something good that happened that day. And then the thorn is something either bad that happened or something that you wish didn't happen or something that you're just feeling sad about for whatever reason. And each of our kids will go around and we'll share ours as well. And it's that people walking in darkness have seen a great light. And all of us every day, we're walking around in a world that does have darkness in it. But that we can come and both bring that darkness to the family to share and comfort one another, but also to share the points of light. And that as we bring that together, to even pray with each other as we just sit quickly for our meal or whatever. The rest of that scripture that I shared earlier from Isaiah 9, as it goes down, it's talking about the child that's going to be born. To us a child is born, a son is given. And then it says he will be called Wonderful Counselor. He'll be called Prince of Peace, Mighty God. And the government is going to be on his shoulders and his kingdom will never end. And so as we bring both that darkness and light, as we sit around the table with our kids, this seems like really high and lofty, right? Practically, it's a little more clunky and it's a little bit like less perfect than that most of the time, but that we can bring our darkness and light to the Wonderful Counselor, to the Prince of Peace, and know that he's currently ruling and reigning on his throne over the Christmas season and all of our craziness and all of our dark and all of our light. And that's where we find joy for our family.